till he gets his stitches out. Isn't he cute though? That's like Cookie.
Welcome everybody, this is Docs from Dusk Realities and Mrs. Doc right next to me. We did it again. Oh my goodness, this one is special. And yes, we say the same thing over and over again. Every video that we do is special, but this organization that you're about to see today just took our breath away. If you don't know anything about us, we're Dusk Realities. We're a team of 2 doctors, PhDs, who work in behavioral health, among other awesome things. And we sell toys for charity. That is right. We sell toys from all around the world, and we have built an amazing community in various platforms that when they buy a toy, proceeds will support these organizations. We focus on non-kill animal shelters, veterans, and survivors of domestic violence. Today, we are focusing on organizations that are lifesavers. This organization, literally what they do in a nutshell is that they save dogs and cats no matter what, whether they're sick, whether they're stranded, whether they need some loving, whether they're trying to find a new home. They will not let them go until these guys are adopted. So we did what we did best. We sold a lot of toys. We traveled very far to get to meet them. You're going to meet some amazing folks that we interviewed, and we hope that when you watch this video, you like it, you subscribe, you put a comment, because all the revenue generated from this video will be donated to these organizations in perpetuity. So enjoy the show, and as always, much love. Thank you so much for helping us and assisting us in this endeavor. Bye. Oh, and one more thing, much love.
And now, a word from our sponsor. In the busy world of restaurants, where every detail counts and efficiency is king, there's one hero standing tall, Brava POS. Not just your average point of sale solution. Brava POS is the powerhouse behind your restaurant's success. With our state-of-the-art system, we offer more than just transactions. Imagine a world where your digital menu updates seamlessly. Your website attracts more diners, and marketing support is just a click away. That is the Brava POS promise. From engaging social media campaigns to comprehensive support, Brava POS is the action figure superheroes your restaurant deserves and needs. Now taking Florida and California by storm, and soon a state near you. Now elevate your restaurant experience with Brava POS, where every service is super and every client is a hero.
And folks, here we are. Today we are in Los Baños, California, visiting His Paws Tails Rescue and Transport, bringing pets together and families together. His Paws and Rescue Transport is a foster-based animal rescue and adoption organization serving the local community in the Central Valley, California. They rescue animals from shelters, owner surrenders, and strays that are never claimed and place them into loving homes. Aside from this, they help families keep the number of unwanted litters down by providing vouchers for affordable spaying and neutering. In addition, they help families create security measures such as fixing loose boards and locks that will keep their pets from escaping and being safe. These folks are real-life superheroes, and I cannot wait for you to meet them. And now, let's get to know them, shall we?
What is going on, everybody? This is Docs from Dusk Realities, and here we are again. We're doing it, guys. Thank you all so much to the community and whatnot. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. We were able to do it, guys. We were able to donate so much awesome stuff thanks to you guys. So thanks so much for all your donations, your tips, all of that. Amazing. By the way, I'm still the same guy, still humble, extremely ridiculously good looking, and we're working so hard. So thank you all so much. So today we are in a special organization located in Los Baños, California, His Paws Tails. And Mrs. Doc is right next to me. Mrs. Doc, you get to talk in a second because she's the boss. As you guys know, the other woman is the boss, so you know how it is, guys. Much love. Anyways, with that being said, your name is?
Christine Tercero.
Hi, Christine. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay, thank you.
Awesome. So I'm going to pass it over to Mrs. Doc for a couple of questions that she has regarding the organization and all these amazing stuff that you guys do here. Guys, as you can tell, right quick, take a look at that. We got puppies! But it's all good. But anyways, going back to Mrs. Doc, go right ahead, do your thing.
Well, good morning. Thank you so much for having us here, for giving us the privilege of being able to donate to your organization. So first I want to ask if you can share a little bit about the mission, vision, and the purpose of your organization.
Okay, well, we've been working His Paws Tails for about 4 years now, and we started up during the pandemic, which was absolutely amazing. There was such a great need. Our mission originally was to be available to our local community to help with spays and neuters, vaccinating, pulling at-risk dogs from the shelter, vaccinating, spaying, and getting them amazing families. That we still do, but unfortunately with the cost of living these days, people are struggling to keep their animals. So we have a tremendous amount of owner surrenders. People are unable to keep their animals because they can't afford them. They can't afford the dog food. It's insane how expensive it's gotten. So number one, puppies need to be vaccinated. We need to vaccinate our puppies so that they're not getting parvo and dying off. Two, that vaccinated puppy needs to be spayed or neutered so that they're not continuing to reproduce and add to the euthanasia rates in America. It's off the charts. The amount of dogs that are being killed in these shelters, innocent animals being killed for no fault of their own because of irresponsibility. And I mean, not just the community. Everybody needs a dog. Dogs, they are Prozac in a bottle and with fur, literally. They're Prozac with fur, and everybody should be able to have one, but not everybody can afford one because vets charge an enormous amount of money to fix them. It's not fair to the dogs, and it's not fair to the human beings that God created these precious animals so that they could be that gift and help with emotional support.
Thank
Wow.
you so much. That's
Awesome.
Right. So I know, but the next question I was going to ask about what are the services you have available, but you just shared about those services, so that's amazing. My next question would be, if somebody sees this video and they wanted to reach out to you for assistance with these services that you provide, what is the best way for them to get a hold of you?
So with that being said, we do offer not just Los Banos, but people to come for free vaccines. We want all these dogs vaccinated. If you are having a problem getting to the vet for your dog's vaccines, you're always welcome to reach out to His Paws Tails. I'm Christine Tercero. I'm on Facebook. We have a His Paws Tails Facebook page. We're on Instagram. Feel free to reach out. We're working on trying to get some grants so that we can get funding for spays and neuters so that you can come to us and you don't have to be charged anything because you deserve to have a dog.
You touched a little bit on this, but what would you say are some of the biggest challenges with this population, with this community in regards to why you're doing what you do?
The shelter's always full. Our dogs get 5 days. If they're still in the shelter after 5 days, they get put down. So here in our community, we have rescues that pull them, certain dogs. I pull all of them. I don't care what breed it is. I try to leave the fluffies for the other rescues because I know that's what most people want are the fluffies. I want the chihuahuas. So the shelters are full. There's no space. Dogs are being put to sleep, literally murdered after 5 days. Good dogs, good, amazing dogs, cats that are there for your support, and they're getting put to sleep for no fault of their own. These are awesome, awesome dogs. Last year, put down, I think, 3 dogs. We had somebody wonderful coming into the community, helping with getting them out. So they're trying. They're trying. I'm trying. We need more rescues. We need help. Come on, come adopt. If they don't get adopted, we don't have space. We can't just keep piling them in.
Today we came with donations. Oh my gosh, you hear them? And we brought you a lot of like cleaning items that you need for them, the puppy pads, food, collars, beds, different things that you had indicated that you really need for the puppies. So my next question is, if somebody wanted to donate, first of all, how can they get a hold of you to donate? And then second of all, what are other things that you could really use for the animals that you rescue? So if somebody want to donate, what are other things that you could really use for the dogs or cats?
Honestly, we can always use food. We can always use help with donating to our local vet here for our emergency cases. Right now we have an outstanding bill of $2,700. So if Scooter's eye popped out today, it might be a little difficult for me to get him into the vet. So that needs to be paid down, and anybody could call the vet and just say, here's $10, here's $5. It adds up really fast, and our dogs appreciate it.
Absolutely. What is the name of the veterinarian? So if somebody wanted to call and help with that,
And the phone number,
how they can get a hold of it to be able to do that donation.
Our awesome and amazing local vet here in town that is always on board to do our emergency surgeries is Florence Vet. Los Banos, 827 I Street. I don't know the number by heart.
All good. It's
Okay,
all good.
we can get that.
We'll find it. We'll put it here in the comments or in the description on the video, guys.
Amazing surgeon.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. So those were all of my questions. Now I'm going to pass it over to Doc, and then he will continue with his.
Guys, we're back again with Dusk Realities, and always, guys, I always tend to forget the mission of us, but for the folks that have been following us for a while, if this is your first time watching this video, Dusk Realities was created with the intention of this. We buy and sell toys from all around the world, 30 countries and counting. We travel everywhere. We go for them. We go after them, and then proceeds from all those sales, all for whatever we sell, all the multiple channels, whatnot, eBay, you name it, goes to support organizations like this. So Christine, you were mentioning these are your new babies. Can you tell us a little bit about us? What's the story, so that folks can understand why this organization is so important and amazing at what you do?
Okay, so this litter here, this is all one litter. They came from our local animal shelter. Mama was pregnant, and so the owners surrendered her. And about a week later, she gave birth to these little angels. Aww. And they're little Corgi Chihuahua mixes.
Corgi Chihuahua mixes. All right. Do we have names for them?
We do.
We do?
So, this one is Clover.
Hi, Clover.
This one is Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Daisy. And, Daffodil.
Daffodil. Oh, all right. Look at this guy. Beautiful. Thank you so much. About this little guy, what's going on?
This little guy came with 2 sisters. And this was a 3rd litter for their mom. Oh. And so they finally reached out to a rescue asking for help. And so we took them on. And they will get spayed, fully vaccinated, and they will go to amazing homes.
Aww.
Right?
Aww. Again, we're Christine, and one of the things that really touched us about this organization is the fact that they don't say no to any dog. They rescue everyone, and that is at our core what we do. And I wanted to ask Christine if she wouldn't mind to share stories about what it means to do this difficult work. As you can see, this animal and this little doggy over here, this little guy over here as well, they're going through some rough patches right now, and she's doing the best she can to rescue them and take care of them and save them and provide them love. So would you mind sharing a little bit about the story about these 2 guys, and maybe how our community can also help for the folks that will be watching this video in the future?
Sure. Okay, so this is Scooter. He belonged to a local family here in town. He was attacked by another dog in the home because none of them were fixed. Okay. 2 unaltered males and 1 female. who was also not fixed, went into heat, and so the two males, well, they were, 70-pound dogs next to a 7-pound dog. So Scooter ended up losing his eye, and the family wanted animal control to come get him and put him to sleep. Animal control is wonderful here in town. They called us and asked if we wanted to take on the medical case. And of course, how could we say no? Right? How could we say no? So this is Scooter, and he's still healing. He has some wounds on his head, and his stitches will come out in about a week. And then he'll start getting ready for his forever home. We already neutered him. When we removed his eye, I said, take the rest of what needs to be taken. So he's already neutered. We're just going to get him a dental, which is about $500. And surgery was $1,800. Neuter $300, and then the teeth will be about $500. So it adds up real quick. We survive off of our adoption fees. So we truly appreciate any monetary donations that can always be made to Florence Vet. Is very helpful so that we can continue doing this.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And who's this little guy?
And this is Red, and Red was dumped. He's a little nervous still. He's a shy boy. He was dumped out in the country, and we're not sure if he was dumped prior to his injuries or if possibly attacked by a coyote out there.
Aww.
So
poor guy.
He was in a lot of pain when we got him.
Poor guy.
So he's doing great.
Yeah, I'm so happy. You go, Red.
So we do go out and we do trap dogs out wherever, not just in the country, but we go and we set traps and get them and do what we can to help them and get them families. And we neutered him too.
Oh, thank you so much for what you do. Appreciate it. What is going on, guys? And we're back again. This is Doc from Dogs Realities, and here is our special, amazing friend that I know for so many years. Oh my God, 21 years? Plus, even more. My goodness, yeah, 20 years. Amazing friend. Yes, 20 years. And full disclosure, one of the most amazing human beings I ever met on earth, and through thick and thin has been with us for a long, long time. And she was actually this person. It was actually the one who made it happen. She told us about this amazing organization, the work that they're doing. So if you want to thank anyone, thank her. So may I ask your name, please?
Yes, Ara Castro Diaz.
Okay, mucho gusto, Ara. Un placer. Why you vouch for this organization? What's the secret sauce? What's the magic? Did they give you Kool-Aid? What's going on? Tell me the truth.
I've been in this city of Los Baños for 4 years, coming next month. And I was one of the complainers about how people were just irresponsible about owning pets and just dumping them. And I got to the point that I was just like, what's the point of complaining if I'm not part of the solution? And I reached out to Christine, and I don't even know how I started. I think I started donating stuff, like just leftovers from what I call my bougie dogs. I bought them a phone, they don't like it. I bought them dog food, they didn't like it. And I'd be like, can I donate? She's like, yeah, drop it off. So I would just come and drop it off.
And you started by trapping those dogs, which out in Fireball.
Right. There was some dogs that were dumped out in Fireball, next city over, and they needed some help. And it was like a Friday afternoon, and I was at home and I wasn't working. I was like, I think I can go out there. It was a challenge. I didn't realize how hard it is to catch dogs that are stray. That people just go and dump, and eventually they were going to be killed either by the trucks that drive around here or the coyotes. And it was crucial that we picked them up and got them. It did take us a while. You're out there hours trying to catch a pet or someone's pet, someone's animal, and it's sad because there's eagles around here. There's big animals that are just ready to eat them. So that was my start. There. It's not fun. You get muddy, you get dirty, your car gets stuck. You come out here and you're just out there for hours, and if you're not fending for yourself, how can those dogs even fend for themselves? So it's heartbreaking, and that's how I started. So I've been a foster parent with dogs for about a year now. I've had a lot of dogs. I think at one point I even had 10 in my house, including mine. Some of them were puppies. I will say that the hardest thing to do is when puppies are breeded within each other and they're born sick, and you get attached. And as much as you want to fight for them, sometimes they just don't make it. And that's the heartbreaking part of it. it's important to spay or neuter your animals. And I believe there's a lack of education in this community, and it's important for everybody to have access to that and know what the consequences of not doing that to your dogs.
Absolutely.
Sometimes people breed
Absolutely.
just to breed and make some extra money,
Yeah.
but it really becomes a society problem.
I
And
agree.
that's where we need to assist and help. And I'm one of those,
Thank-
helping with dogs, and it's not an easy task. It's not, but it's worth it.
I
You
agree.
do get attached, you love some of these dogs, some of them you just don't want to get rid of, but you're just like, no, you have to, because here comes the next one, the next one that you want to help.
Absolutely.
So
Let me ask you something, guys. So you said something that it touched my heart. Obviously, 10 dogs. So I imagine it's like, oh my God, that's a crazy neighbor lady with 10 dogs in her house. But I gotta ask you something. You know, let's say for example, someone is watching this and say, you know what, I want to be a foster parent, but maybe I don't have the space. How else they can help?
I think a lot of these dogs need a lot of socializing as well. So helping out with even walking dogs, taking them for a day to the dog park, because a lot of them are scared. They haven't been treated as a pet. They've been mistreated, abused, and helping out to your local even shelter or your foster in your community and saying, hey, can I walk some dogs? Because you're teaching dogs skills that there is people out there that are trustworthy, that will love them, that will care for them. Sometimes dogs just want to sit on your lap, even when you go to the dog park. And that's okay, because they need that. They need that love.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for appreciate you so much. The community of Wanda, please,
welcome.
nothing but love. Thank you so much for making this happen. And wow, amazing story. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're back, folks. This is Doc again, and now here's the fun part of the show. I mean, the whole show is fun, but I think this is the funnest. That's not a word. I'm struggling. English is hard sometimes, guys. English is very hard sometimes.
Even for those that only speak English.
So, we talked about the agency, the organization. So, the big part about us here in Dusk Reality is that we buy and sell toys, vintage toys from the 60s, you name it, we find it. Weird toys from all around the world. And my question to you is, nostalgia can be very expensive. So, what was that toy growing up that you had that brings you the nicest memories for now? Any special toy when you were growing up?
And one that I never see around anymore. It was the little Jack in the Box.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved that thing until I was like 12.
Okay.
And it just popped up and it was so happy.
I love it.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Okay.
Another one? No,
Yeah, I don't know, I got more, but I have a follow-up to that.
Okay.
So now that you're 21 years old, because I can tell, right? Now that you're older, let's say money was no option. Money was no option whatsoever, and you can buy whatever the heck toy you want. Because when we were little, we go window shop and we go, oh my God, I want that so bad. But we couldn't afford it, right, for whatever reason. Or we just never had the time or the opportunity. So I'm curious, money was no option, which toy would you buy right now? Because I think we're never too old to be a kid inside.
Yeah.
And that's our philosophy in terms of, nostalgia is expensive because it brings you back, it connects you to your inner child, and that's something that I never want to let go of. That's the reason why I wear green glasses and crazy shoes and crazy socks, because I think it's important to stay connected to that inner child.
Yes.
So just curiosity, money was no option, what would you buy?
Well, I mean, I don't know how expensive this toy would be,
Let's go crazy.
So it was a little TV
Uh-huh.
with a knob.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, and it sang London Bridges.
Yeah.
I love nursery rhymes.
Okay.
And you just turned the knob, and then the screen just moved. It just, I guess it rolled around. I mean, I didn't get that then, but oh my gosh, I had that thing forever, and I always sat it on my dresser because it was my TV. I would love one of those.
Love one of those. One thing I also wanted to sort of say, if there's any last messaging, any last sort of thoughts you wanted to say to the community. After this, we're going to recognize all the sellers, because there's a lot of people here from our community, including this gentleman over here who bought toys, and he's seen firsthand, Mexi, he's actually our mod on our streams, he's seen firsthand the work that we do. So a lot of people bought toys, a lot of people donated from January to now, and that's the reason, because of them, we're here today. So if there's anything you would like to say to them, or just in general that we need to know more about the organization, please feel free.
Thank you so much for all you've done. It's very selfless when people give to animals that others see as trash. One man's trash is another man's treasure, and these babies will be a gift to someone and will bless their life tremendously. And we're just so grateful for your donations, your help, your time, and everything that you do, and supporting this amazing business. These guys are awesome. We love them. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
And spay and neuter, vaccinate.
Yes.
I want to drop a reggaeton beat on that one.
Secure your animals so you're not the one on Facebook crying that your dog is lost.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And as always, guys, we do this with love. Thank you so much for supporting us. What is going on, guys? And this is the end of the show. This is Dots from Dusk Realities, and today I just want to say thank you all so much to the following sellers, buyers. Thank you so much for supporting us. So Nuno85, QS Toy Connection, Another Treasure, Tyrannosaurus Production, Michelle Cattleman, T Jax 23970, Dacnomania Store, Mr. November, Monkey Business, Darwin 123, Darwin. Let's see who else is on this list, because there's a lot. Nuno again, Motivator, MD13, Alpaca Joe, Merman 88, Mexier Armad 6. Thank you so much for your donation. Black Magic 702, and QS Toy Connection as well. Thank you so much. And last but definitely not least, Enlighten Me, H2 1M, Murma 88, 2-Bit Cent, Smoothness Edward, Kaiju Steve 33, Massive Sacks, Unique Threads, and again, Nuno 85. To all of you guys who purchased a toy from January to February, thank you so much. You were part of this mission. You made this happen. Thank you to Ara. You made this happen as well. Christine, all the crew, Mexi, Armad, thank you so much for your support. You guys were instrumental in all of this. And as always, please know that if there is another organization out there that needs this help, please let us know. Put in a comment. We'll go to you. And as always, if you know if it's rare, if it's weird, if it's a toy, we will find it no matter where it is. Mrs. Doc, come this way. Stop playing with the puppies. Any last minute thoughts?
I just want to say thank you so much to our community that has been there to support us throughout this mission. Again, thank you for everything you guys do. Everything you do helps us support charity, just like this one, and looking forward to the next one.
All right, guys, to the next one. Peace. Bye.